Namaste. I'm Suzanne Martin, and we are going to work on a flow that really stretches out the neck here and also kind of works you all over the place in a really nice way. But what I've noticed over the years is that when I get tension here, it's usually due to a little stress here or a little crunching of my jaw muscles here, induced by stress. Another reason I might get tension there has to do with a little too much screen time working at the computer and whatnot. So, if you are in either of those boats, just be conscious and aware of that as we go through this practice, and we will work to release it on the physical, the emotional, the mental realm, as you are a multifaceted being. All right, so let's begin at our mats, and we'll start out in child's pose today. So take your knees wide and your toes together and walk your arms out in front of you. Draw your forehead towards the mat and allow the belly to just rest between the thighs there. Take a nice inhale, feel the belly, ribs, chest all expand, engaging in diaphragmatic breathing. And then take an exhale, feel the navel draw towards the spine. Repeat that breath, diaphragmatic breathing, and then gently rock the head side to side as you breathe. So get those kinks out of the forehead, get those wrinkles out of the forehead. No need to furrow your brow now. You're here now. So set the intention to release tension as we go through our practice. And now slowly start to walk the fingertips over to the left. Anchor the right hip down, draw the forehead towards the space in between the shoulders. Breathe deeply into the right side body. Get that breath so big and so deep that you feel it in the lower back, you feel it in the pelvic belly, you feel the ribs moving with the lungs and the diaphragm. So it's a nice big stretch. You even feel it kind of in the armpit chest area. And we'll slowly walk it to the other side. Anchoring the left hip down now, forehead towards the space between the shoulders. Finding our breath, getting it full and complete. Engaging all three dimensions of the breath. So it goes out, it expands out and in all three dimensions. Bringing the fingertips back to center and shifting into tabletop position. So from your tabletop here, let's go ahead and send the right leg back. Let the right foot cross over the left ankle and gaze at the right toes here. Another stretch of the side body here. Find that breath full and complete again. And let's try that on the other side. Slowly release to center, and now let's begin with a little bit of movement. So we're going to come to stand on the knees and inhale, lengthen the spine as you reach the arms open and up. And exhale, draw the belly towards the thighs, gaze over the left shoulder as you draw the right temple to the floor, hands to the lower back. Inhale, come all the way up, lengthen the spine as you reach up. And exhale, come all the way back down, and we gaze to the right now, over the right shoulder, left temple to the mat. Keep going with your breath. We're going to do this a few more rounds. Synchronizing movement with breath now and just feeling the gentle stretch of the neck as we move side to side. And Let's do one more round each side. Please notice if you're clenching your jaw at all. Release that as you go through the practice. Remember the intention to release tension. All right, coming to center, take the hands in front of you, shift forward to tabletop position. Inhale, draw the heart forward, let the chin lift up. Exhale, jalandhara bandha, chin draws in, and then you draw the seat towards the heels, belly towards the thighs and child. Inhale, find your cow pose, lift the heart and sitting bones, lift the chin. Exhale, go back towards child, chin draws in, and then we move backwards. Let's try that again. Inhaling forward, lifting the chin, exhaling, chin draws in, and then we come back. All right, adding on to the sequence here. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Inhaling cow, exhaling child. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Inhaling cow, exhaling child. Inhale cow, and now we'll exhale into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, take the hips up towards the sky. You'll find you're in an upside down V shape. Fingers are spread wide, good, and a slight bend of the knees as you push the sitting bones up and back. Today we'll take a variation of down dog where we let the head hang heavy. And we draw the chin slightly more towards the chest, and then we shake the head yes or no. So just get a little bit more mobility in the head, in the neck, in the shoulders, good. And then land in a down dog and find your breath. Inhale, feel the belly expand. Exhale, feel the navel draw in. Inhale, breath expands through the body. Exhale, it all draws back to the center of your being. Keep breathing this way, knowing that the breath is the first way, the quickest way to help you release tension throughout your day. So let's say you're working, you're sitting at your desk, and something comes up in an email or something like that. Automatically, the shoulders go up, the jaw starts to tighten. This is where I want you to just take that big, deep breath, roll the shoulders up and back, and then come back to the center of your being using your breath. So let's go ahead and walk forward. Hopefully that didn't confuse you while you're in your down dog. All right, let's say inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, chin lifts up. Exhale, chin draws in, and we fold over the legs. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, lift the chin. Exhale, chin in, and draw the belly towards the sides. All right, hanging out here in your Uttanasana forward fold, take the hands and interlace them behind the base of the skull and let them hang heavy. Good. And now just play with transferring the weight between the balls of the feet and the heels, and just notice where you feel the most stretch and hang out there for a little while. Keep pushing the sit bones up and back, lengthen through the spine. Draw the top rim of the sacrum towards the space between the thighs and breathe. Let's take out a nice cleansing breath here. Inhale and exhale, open mouth. Couple more here. Release tension as you exhale. Good. Tension in the body and the mind releases as you exhale. A gentle sway side to side here now. And then release the hands to the hips. Take a flat spine and come all the way to stand. Find your Tadasana mountain pose for a moment. Stand tall. Breathe. Notice how you feel. Good, and now let's take the left hand behind you, make a fist with your left hand, and allow the right hand to grab that fist. I'm pulling my right elbow back behind me. Good. And from here, I'm going to draw the right ear to the right shoulder. Anchoring in on my breath. Diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling, everything expands, exhaling, it rests right there in the center. Good, and now let's do the same thing on the other side. So right hand behind you, make a fist, grab that fist with the left hand, and take it to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. Sorry, I didn't mirror on this one. I'll try to do better next time. As long as you get both sides, you're all good here. All right, slowly come back to center. Find your Tadasana, and with your feet in railroad track alignment just directly under these hip points here in the front, just step that left foot back a few feet and externally rotate the thigh a little bit so the foot goes at a diagonal. Rotate the ribs towards the left side of your mat, and then inhale, reach the arms open and up, lengthening the spine as you reach, and then exhale, arms parallel to the floor, extend from the right waistline, open the wings 12 and 6. Inhale, reach forward, gaze at the left thumb. Exhale, draw the arm by your side as you gaze at the right toes. Inhale, scoop it up, reach up. Get long in the spine. Exhale, extending and opening up to Trikonasana triangle pose. Inhaling, reaching forward, gazing at the thumb. Exhaling, arm by your side, gaze at the toes. Good, let's do that 3 more times. So we're just working on increasing mobility of the cervical spine so far and coordinating with the breath and just waking up the body a little bit. Last round. Good, and now we're going to stay in Trikonasana. You can stay here with the arm up to the sky, maybe play with the gaze and start to look at the thumb and then look at the toes. Inhaling and exhaling, looking at the thumb. Inhaling, looking at the toes, and just do that 3 more times. On your next inhale, prepare to stand, so reach up. And turn the toes parallel to the side of your mat. Take a moment, big breath in, big breath out. Just start to notice the difference in the body and what you're experiencing. Notice the difference in the mind and in your energy. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides. So turn your toes towards the back of your mat, and then just make sure the feet are not crisscross. So sometimes that helps me to just step my right foot towards the right side of my mat now. I'm rotating the rib cage towards the right side of my mat so the torso is parallel to the side, and then I inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, extend from the left waistline, open the wings 12 and 6, pulling that left sitting bone back. Inhale, reaching forward, gazing at the thumb if I can, exhaling, arm by your side, gazing at the toes. Inhaling, scooping all the way up. And we'll repeat the same thing we did before here. So we inhale, rise and stand. Exhale, find your Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, reach forward, gaze at the thumb. Exhale, gaze at the toes. Good. And just continue this a couple more times. And meet yourself where you are. So if your neck is super tight right now, you might not be able to turn the head too much, but just kind of start to work with that mobility and see if you can get it a little warmed up. All right, inhale, stay here in the pose now, drawing the arm towards the sky if you can. And if that's too much, just take it by your side. But wherever you are, you're inhaling, looking at the toes, Exhaling, turning your gaze upwards. Inhaling, looking at the toes. Exhaling, turning your gaze upwards. 3 more times. On your next inhale, we'll slowly come all the way up. Turn the toes towards the side of the mat. Release the arms by your sides. Take a moment. Go inside. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, draw them back. Let's just do that a couple more times. Excellent. Slight internal rotation of the toes. Here, we'll inhale, reach the arms open wide, flat spine as you fold all the way down. Take the right hand directly under the shoulder, left hand onto the lower back. Extend from the crown to the tail. If the floor feels really far away here, please put a block underneath your hand. Some people, 2 blocks is good, okay? So extend from the crown to the tail, get the spine nice and long, and then rotate the torso over to the left. If it feels okay for you, take your thumb up to the sky. Good. And then inhale, gaze at the right thumb. Exhale, gaze at the left thumb. Inhale, gaze at the right thumb. Exhale, gaze at the left. And we'll do that 3 more times with your breath. Good. And now holding your gaze upwards if it feels okay. Otherwise, just look at the thumb. That's okay. Look at the floor rather. Take that left arm behind you and reach for the inside of the right thigh. Breathe. Now, if you can't reach the inside of the thigh, it's okay. Just let the hand rest on the lower back. That's perfectly fine. Meet yourself where you are. Slowly release and come all the way up. To stand, take a moment. Notice the difference between the right and the left side, what's shifting in your physiology. Good, and now inhale, open the arms wide, flat spine all the way down, long spine, left hand under the shoulder, using blocks if you need to. Right hand to the lower back, finding length in the spine, extending from the crown to the tail. And then rotating the torso to the right. Taking the arm up to the sky. Inhaling, gazing at the left thumb. Exhaling, gazing at the right. And continue that movement with your breath 4 more times. Now, a lot of our internal stress has to do with also being able to speak our truth. And this neck area, vishuddha, is all about learning how to speak your truth and allowing your outer wisdom to be your inner wisdom to be reflected in your words, right? All right, when you're ready, go ahead, find the bind, maybe right hand to the lower back or to the inside of the left thigh. Continue to breathe. So we want our inner wisdom to be reflected in our speech as well. And when it's not, the energy can also get stuck in the neck. Find your breath full and complete. And contemplate what may be stuck. And then slowly come up. Take a moment, go inside, hand to heart, hand to belly. Breathe, notice, and set the intention to release tension and release that which may be stuck. Set the intention to speak your truth. All right, let's come up to the top of your mat. Hands on the hips, inhale here, exhale, flat back all the way down. Fingers grab your big toes, light bend of the knees. Inhale, lengthen, draw the chin up. Exhale, chin in, fold over the legs. 4 more. So I'm working on developing conscientiousness around the length of the back of my neck, right? So let's say you start to develop computer neck. Maybe you can catch yourself in the contraction. Take a moment, breathe, soften the jaw. Let's fold and hold and start to release the musculature of your body in real time. So as you take this pose, you might choose to go a little deeper into gorilla, placing the tops of the hands underneath the feet and stepping onto the onto the hands, and then gently pushing the sitting bones up and back, finding a little more length towards the spine and folding over the legs and pulling the elbows out a little bit as you fold so you can get nice and deep into this one. Yum, yum. Find your breath, maybe a few open-mouthed exhales. Return to your intention. Good. And now slowly start to release. And we'll heel toe the feet out a little bit and come to sit down on the mat. Okay. So if you have a blanket handy, that would be very helpful for what we're about to do. I do not. I have this ball thingy, so I'm going to bring this over. Okay. A little heavy. Okay. So I'm going to sit on my right sitting bone, and I'm mirroring you here, and take the left ankle on top of the instep of the right foot, okay? And then I'm going to take that right sitting bone and put it on top of this, or if you're at home, on top of a blanket or a small pillow, because what I want is for my hips to be level for this pose of Vajrasana, or Vabhadrasana, I believe. Okay. Anyways, so from here, what I'm going to do is lengthen the spine as I inhale, reach the left arm up, take the right hand behind me, and then exhale, rotate the torso to the right, left hand underneath the right thigh, palm towards the floor. I take a nice inhale, lengthen the spine more, and exhale, rotate more to the right, and eventually I bring the gaze over the right shoulder. Find your breath. Now, my left hip wants to pop up. I'm going to bring that left hip down a little bit more so that it's level. When you've reached the maximum of your twist here, keep that twist in the torso and then turn your gaze over the left shoulder. Good. And then from here, we're going to draw the left ear towards the floor so you'll feel the chin lift. So my head starts to work to be kind of more horizontal towards the floor. But all the while, I'm maintaining the broadness of my chest here and the rotation. And what you're going to feel is this great myofascial release of these muscles that you've been holding on to so tight lately. So go ahead and find your breath. And remember the 3 dimensions of the breath and to allow it to flow through the entire body. So I inhale, I can even feel the breath in my neck. And as I exhale, I can feel it come back behind the navel. I inhale, I even feel it in my lower back and my hips. And I exhale, it comes back. So full breathing here. Soften the jaw. One more breath. And slowly start to release. Just come to sit here for a moment, hands resting on the legs. Go inside, notice the effects of your practice thus far. And now let's try this on the other side. So get your blanket, whatever you got, really. My legs are now to the right side of me, right ankle on the instep of my left foot, and then my left seat is slightly lifted. Just my left sitting bone, my hips are level now. And then I inhale, lengthen the spine, take the left hand behind my seat, reach the right arm up as I lengthen the spine, and place the right palm towards the floor underneath the left thigh. As I inhale, I lengthen the spine more, and I exhale, rotate the torso over to the left, gazing over the left shoulder, allowing the right sitting bone to be level and not pop up. Get that hip down if it's popping up. Find your breath. Continue to increase the rotation. Keep drawing the navel to the right. Good. And then slowly start to gaze. Throw your gaze. Bring it over the right shoulder, excuse me. Good. And then keep the chest broad. Keep that right hip towards the ground so that it's level with the left. And then draw the right ear towards the floor a bit. And there it is. Yum, yum. Find your breath full and complete. Slowly release back to center. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Take a moment, go inside. Feel. And then go ahead and lay down and prepare for Shavasana. So I'm taking my feet about as wide as the mat, shoulders slightly under the chest, arms by your sides, and the palms are up. Taking a few cleansing breaths here. Inhale, exhale, open mouth. Releasing tension with every exhale. And aligning to your intention to be established in truth. Start to deepen your breath. Move the extremities. Maybe even a morning stretch. When you're ready, you'll roll to your side, allowing your head to rest on your arm, taking a moment here. And slowly coming back up to your seat. Sitting on that blanket or lift if you have it handy. Sitting tall yet relaxed. Joining the tip of the pointer and thumb finger together, bring your awareness to your breath. Inhaling, feel the breath expand through you. Exhaling, feeling the navel draw in. All awareness on the breath, feeling the breath through the body. All awareness on the breath. If a thought comes, honor it and let it go. Those vrittis, those fluctuations of the mind are kind of like waves coming in and out to the shore. Be with the breath. All awareness on your breath. Hear the sound of the breath. Feel the temperature. All awareness on the breath. Slowly releasing the practice. Bowing the chin towards the chest and the hands to heart center. Recognizing that you have the power at any time, all day long, to find this breath, to draw the shoulders back, to release tension, to come back to center and speak and live your truth. Every moment is an opportunity to turn it around. Bowing down in gratitude to the Guru lineage. Namaste.